Good morning, dear students. Welcome back to your another session of your online classes. Children, we started with lesson number 8, force and pressure. Today is the second part of the lesson, and children, I am going a little bit fast because we need to complete 19 lessons, and in a week I have got only 2 periods. So let's start with the topic for today, children. We have already finished about the force and the different type of force that exist in the nature. And children, today we are going to study the next part of the lesson, that is the pressure. So let's study with our lesson. Now, children, before I teach you about the pressure, let me explain you the difference between two words. Though they are very much similar, but there is a very slight difference between them, and that difference is also scientifically. Dictionary meaning is almost the same. Now, what is meant by force? Force means push or pull can be called as force. In the given picture, you can see, children, two boys. They are trying to push the ball, right? One is pushing and another one is also pushing, and here you can see that both the actions are there, pushing as well as the pulling. Now, what is this thrust? How is it different from a force? Now, children, you must be having a pen in your hand, right? Now, try now when you are writing, children. When you have just now written the definition of force, now children, when you were writing, you were applying force in a particular direction. So when force is applied in a particular direction, it is known as thrust. I hope you have understood the difference between force and thrust. Force means push or pull. It can be either push or it can be pull. But when we talk about a particular direction, then our word force becomes thrust. Right? Pressure. Now, our next concept is children, pressure. Thrust per unit area is known as pressure. Okay. Now, in the picture you can see, children, um, that force is applied in a particular direction. Now, when force is applied in a particular direction, now you can do one activity when you are sitting and listening me. Children, you press your thumb on the notebook that you are writing. Right? Now, what you are applying? You are applying the thrust. Right? You are applying the thrust. Right? Now, your thumb must be touching a particular part of your notebook or the pad on which you are writing, right? So that is the surface area. So force per unit area is known as pressure. Again I am repeating, thrust per unit area is known as pressure. So what is the formula for pressure, children? Thrust divided by surface area. The SI unit of pressure is pascals. We can write pascals also, or you can also write it as PA. Must remember that P should be capital. Now, children, this pressure depends on two concepts. It depends on two pressure concepts, right? What are the two factors that determine the pressure? First is how much thrust is applied. More is the thrust, more will be the pressure. Less is the thrust, less will be the pressure. Right? So, pressure is directly proportional to the thrust that is applied. That means more pressure, more is the force applied, more will be the pressure. Less is the force applied, less will be the pressure created. Children, if you talk very softly, then your muscles present in your vocal cord will be stressed less. But sometimes we have to shout, right? When you are in the garden playing with your friends or when you are on the beach, we have to raise our volume. So when we raise our volume, we need to apply more thrust and more pressure is experienced by our vocal cord. Okay? Now, pressure is inversely proportional to the surface in contact, right? Now, for this again I'll take a very common example from your day-to-day life. Now, children, when many of you are very good artists, I know, children. Now children, when you are drawing something, when you are drawing, so when you are sketching something or drawing something, the pencil with that you are using should be very sharp, right? The point of your nib pencil should be very sharp. If it is not sharp, then you will not be able to draw the picture as you desire to be. So what we do, we keep on sharpening it again and again, right? So more is the surface area, less will be the pressure created. Less is the surface area, more is the pressure created. You must have taken injections many times, children, right? Now you must have noticed that the syringe which goes in our skin, it has got such a small surface area. Just imagine if those needles were very thick, then it would have pained us so much, right? So I hope children you have understood the concept that pressure depends on two factors. What are the two factors? First is the thrust applied. More is the thrust, more will be the pressure. More is the surface area, less will be the pressure. Less is the surface area, more is the pressure created. Directly proportional means directly. One increases, other also increases. Inversely proportional means if one increases, the other decreases. Right? Next. Now children, in our day-to-day life, we use pressure in different forms, right? Sometime the pressure has to be increased, sometimes the pressure has to be decreased. So let us understand what are some of the applications in our day-to-day life where the pressure has to be decreased. Now here is a picture of a truck, and children, you can see in the truck that the rear wheels, they have got double tire. Now such type of tires, and children, the passenger bus, they are designed in such a way that they have to carry lot of weight. Now this weight should be equally distributed in the whole truck or the bus, and so that our truck or the vehicle moves very smoothly on the road. So for equal distribution of the weight, we have got double tire or double wheel on the rear side of the bus or the tractor or the truck. You must have seen this many times, right? Next is children, this is a picture of a dam. So children, dams are specially designed to store lot of river water. Now these dams have got very wide base. You can see in the picture also. It has got a very wide base, so that when the water is stored there, that water also exert lot of pressure on the wall of the dam. So if the base will be smaller one, then there are chances that the dam may get damaged and the low lying area may get floods, right? Now children, during the rainy season, many times the river are overflowing, many times the dams are overflowing, but since the engineers they have designed the dams very nicely, we the people staying at lower areas do not have much problem. Next is this, you must have seen children, tanks, right? So these tanks, they are usually used for fires. Recently you must have seen a lot of news being covered on Indo-China relationship. So in that news many times such type of tanks were shown, children, and such type of tanks are also much used in the desert area. Now children, in the desert area, there is everywhere there is sand, and even in the marshy land there is all mud and water everywhere. So for army people it becomes difficult to reach to the enemies. So in such cases they use such type of caterpillar traps. Now this another thing you all must have seen, children. Now when a train moves over a track, it moves very fast, children. And second is, train itself has got lot of weight. Now you must have seen such arrangement many times, and we have got we have got lot of railway tracks around Meetapur. So you must have seen this challenge, seen children. So these extra wooden plank which are kept here, they are here present here so that they provide larger surface area when the train is moving. When the train is moving, the weight of the train is equally distributed, and In this way, the train track do not get damaged, or if these wooden planks would not be here, then there are chances, children, that the train track may get uprooted and there may be some fatal accident. Now, some cases where we need to increase the pressure, we need to increase pressure means less should be the surface area. So you must have used all these stationary items in your day-to-day life and also during the school timings, children. All this must be pointed, otherwise they are literally of no use to us. Next is, children, which type of knife will you prefer to cut the vegetables? Yes, definitely the sharper one. Less surface area, more is the pressure. So cutting with a sharp knife will reduce our energy also, and we will have vegetables in better shapes. Now, this children, you must have seen that athletes, when they take part in different track events, they prefer to use spikes. Now these spikes prevent them from slipping when they are running or whatever activity they are doing. They help to uh, it prevents them from slipping on the ground. Now, children, next topic is fluid pressure. The pressure which is exerted by the fluids is known as fluid pressure. Now, what are fluids, children? All those things which can flow are known as fluids. So, liquid and gases, they are known as the fluids. Children, this activity which I have shown you here, you all can make it at your home. You must be having an empty old bottle. Take old bottle, okay? Do not take the brand new one. Cold drink bottle, used cold drink bottle, of course, which is made up of plastic. Do not use a glass bottle, children. And see to that you do this particular activity under the guidance of your parents, guardians, or your elder brother and sister. Right? Take a bottle and at any three levels, whichever you feel like, okay, make three holes. Design the holes in such a way that one hole is at the top, the last one is at the bottom, and one should be somewhere in the center. Now fill that bottle, okay, and see how the water flows. The water will flow in the same way, okay. The water which spurts out from the lowest point will have the maximum number of, will experience maximum fluid pressure, okay. So children, our next topic is property of liquid pressure. Okay, every liquid exerts pressure. So what are the characteristics of liquid pressure? Let us understand. Children, as we go deep and deep in the water, the pressure increases. That is the reason you must have seen, children, the fishes which are found near the surface of the water, they are usually round in the shape. But as we go deeper and deeper in the sea, you will find that the due to this excess of liquid pressure which is exerted by the sea water, the shape of the fishes becomes slowly flatter and flatter. Okay, stingray is one of the fish which is the flattest. Okay, its picture also I'll show you later on. Liquid pressure remains same in all direction at a given depth. Next is liquid pressure depends on the density of the liquid. This. Now children, you must have heard about Black Sea. Black Sea is a part of Mediterranean Sea, and Black Sea is so beautiful. You know children, the tourist people who go there, they can read a newspaper while floating on that particular sea. Why that sea is known as Black Sea? Not because of its color, but because of its density. It has got too much salt present in it. So when normally when you jump in a water, आप डूब जाते हैं, right? But in this particular sea you will float. Even if people like me, they jump in such a black sea, we will float. And people, while floating, they read newspaper there. That is a trend of that particular sea. So, and read books, right? Those people who love to read newspapers and magazines, okay, so for them even black sea is a good destination. So, liquid pressure totally depends on the density. Now, children, I was telling you why it is black in color, not because of the color, but because it has got so much amount of salt that no living organism can survive in that saline water, right? Next topic is liquid exert pressure on all sides of the container. Now you must have blown balloons many times. Children, when you blow a balloon, the balloon experiences pressure from all sides, right? It's not that one part get blown up, the another do not get. A liquid seeks its own level. So children, these are the 5 points of the liquid pressure. See, this is the stingray that I was telling you, and children, the other is a picture of a submarine which exactly resembles like a blue whale. So, children, when submarines are designed, they are designed in such a way that they experience minimum fluid pressure when they are when they are very near to the floor of the sea. Okay, so children, this was all about the today's topic. Please give me your feedback and suggestion in case you have not understood anything in this particular two topics, force and pressure. One more period I'll be giving you for this. Sorry, I'm going little bit fast, but children, we need to finish the syllabus also. So please, still, if I have missed out anything, please do let me know. And children, please read all the lessons from your textbook, and in case you have a doubt, please do not hesitate to ask me. Okay? Thank you and take care of yourself. Have a good day, children.